Hey guys, I think we got a good one for you here this time. This one was actually filmed while the weather was still a little bit warmer, but got a 67 Mustang GT, 4-speed, that we did a revival on. A little bit of a sad story, but spoiler alert, a happy ending on the car. But the gentleman that owned the car bought it when it was new, then passed away around 2013, 2014. So the car's been sitting about 11 years. The family didn't do anything with the car, so it just fortunately sat in a building that was actually just made for that car. He had the garage built for storing the car, so it's stored well. We brought it in, revived it. She's back on the road, and to be honest, it wasn't a tough revival. I think it wanted to be back on the road. So I guess without further ado, here's the video footage of putting that one back on the road. Pretty. All right, guys, we were just getting this 67 GT Fastback off the tow truck here. It had been sitting for 13 years, so doing a quick walk around here just before we washed it up and everything, trying to capture that moment. Alright, just taking a peek at the inside here. You can see actually everything in really good shape. Floor carpet was protected by those almost kind of bath-like mats. They weren't really Ford or Mustang mats by any means, but at least they did the job of keeping the thing clean. I'm going to poke my head in the driver's seat here, and you'll see the when we get there, you'll see the odometer shows 13,000. You can see the armrest there in pretty good condition, pedals in pretty good condition. So I'm thinking 113, and definitely not 213. You can also see real quickly there the clock is missing from the dash. That was actually in the console, pulled out for some reason.
I said a 289 in all its glory.
There's a nest in there, that's what I'm scared of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what I'm scared of. Hopefully he gets enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm scared of. You know it's in a dry place, you know what I mean?
Alright, so here we're just giving it a quick power wash on the outside to get the dust off and stuff like that, before we roll it inside and begin working on it. Alright guys, and we'll fast forward this here in a minute, so you don't have to wait while we're power washing the whole car. Cool. All right, here's a look in the trunk. Good looking down in the quarters. We got a radiator in there, so we'll see what that means. Radiator, some hoses. Starter relay. Starter relay. Kind of cool. Motorcraft box. Fuel filter, also Motorcraft box. Made in China. Don't like that. Alright, just going through the interior here, took out some extra rugs and stuff. Nothing in the ashtray. Couple of things up here. A letter. Condenser. Air freshener. Clock. Yep, we're missing the clock. Invoice for a battery from 2013. Word was it was about 10 or 12 years since it ran, so that'd be about right. That is bulbs. Oil seals. Not sure when Napa was green, or if that just faded from blue to green. Looks like last inspection expired 12 or 6/14. Inspection date was May of 13, so somewhere in between those two dates. Was the last time it was driven. We got 13,000 on the odometer. A little bit of wear on the pedals. More than 13, so probably 113. Definitely not 213. Armrest has some color worn off. I don't know if it was originally black or I think it might have been originally black and redone in blue at some point. Map lights. Visor's in nice condition. Headliner in nice condition. Alright, just checking things out here. Plenty of spider webs and eggs and things. We can definitely do with a good chassis lube. Front disc brakes. Yeah, I guess I did see the disc brake pedal and didn't even take note of it at the time. Brake hoses actually feel reasonable. Bushings. are not appearing to be dry rotted. Power steering, spiders. Some Gabriel Red Rider shocks. Looks like floor pans are nice. I don't see any signs of repairs yet. Cross member, looks like new exhaust not too long ago. What I can see of inner rockers looks good. Yeah, floorboards are strong. No rust on inner rockers. The Gabriel's in the back. Looks like we got some glass packs or something for mufflers. And
Okay.
a little bit of dry rot on bushings there, but really not bad. Fuel hose will definitely be an issue. Yeah, she's solid. Trunk pan looks good. And I'm down here underneath of it. We do have a little bit of that rear quarter damage. Nothing serious, but it is there. I mean, for a car this age in Pennsylvania, that's a miracle actually that it's in the condition it's in. We do have some pretty good backlash in the rear gearbox. We do have one issue back here. Didn't catch it till just now, but on this subframe, front frame, looks like it got caught by something at some point in time. Check out the car. We got linkage works. Definitely need new belts. We'll see about that starter relay. Alright, I'm gonna spray a few things. Alright, looking at the points here. And we got a little bit of oxidation going on in there, so we'll sand those off. Same on the rotor button there, and same on the cap. So we'll end up just putting a tune-up kit obviously on this thing. Alright, we got the plugs pulled. Looks like we were running a little rich, nothing too bad other than that. And we got the cylinders soaking right now, getting ready to hand turn it and drain out some of the fluids while we're letting the cylinders soak in. Radiator is definitely dry on the top. We'll see what we get out the bottom. Alright guys, started draining coolant out and getting nothing but a little discolored water. So tried to take the bottom hose off. That didn't really want to come off, and I didn't want to torque on the fitting there too much. So I switched over to the block drains, which are actually draining, so that's good. So hopefully, I mean, this was garaged nicely, but hopefully we won't have any block damage. So we're down to the drips now, and I don't even know if there's a gallon there, so hopefully that might have been the saving grace. Not having much in there at all to build up some pressure, so hopefully everything's okay. All right, we're draining out the gas here. A little amber, but honestly I've seen worse. Doesn't seem like there's a ton left in there. All right, it's getting ready to rotate this. Put a little mark on the flywheel so I know when I got my rotation in. There goes nothing. Yeah, we're rotating pretty easy. I can hear the water pump making noise, but it's been sitting dry for a long time too. Yeah, there's 360. Right, there's 720, so that's good news. Just looking at one of the rear brakes here. Looks pretty clean, actually. Plenty of brake shoe left. Looks like it's still attached. And the rotor actually looks pretty good too. Same thing on the left side here. I don't think I recorded it, but actually the cylinders are looking good too, with just shiny in there, and you can see it on camera, but the rubber is still in pretty good shape, so kind of surprising. And just taking off the front wheel bearings here. Just took the one out, didn't pull a caliper off yet, but definitely need a repack on the bearings. Once I clean them up, I'll have a better look, but no obvious damage or anything. But certainly in need of some fresh lube. Let's look at the axle. And we definitely need some seals and to repack those bearings. Alright guys, just going to spin the motor here with the starter so we can build up some oil pressure in it. Testing it here with the key for the first time. Not actually showing any oil pressure on the gauge here. Found out later on that the sender was just disconnected. And getting ready for first start here. I had filled the carburetor bowl with gas off camera. That's right, by God.
Like it's been sitting for years.
Yeah, it actually sounds pretty good. Just checking out our brake cylinder here, completely dry, so we'll let that soak up a little bit. Well, we got the front brakes, at least gravity bled. That seemed to go fine, and I think the master's bled out. No problems there, but then got to the back and couldn't get any flow with my little vacuum device there. Went in and pressed the pedal, and it was hard as a rock. So so. Pressed harder, and I think we have flow to the back now. Alright guys, here getting ready to do a couple of things. Had filled the tank with gas. We're getting ready to actually run the car off its own gas tank for the first time. And you can see the coolant funnel on there too. Filled it up with coolant before we did that, of course, so we can get it running for a little while, and I can start to play around with a few different things with the car running, carb settings and things like that. Alright guys, it's going to take a few tries. First off, to get gas from the gas tank up primed into the carburetor bowl. So we'll see a few attempts at that, and then after that, then it's going to take a little bit more. I'm going to end up adjusting the idle screw a little bit, just to bring that idle up, so I can keep the car running. So I'm going to fast forward through some of that. Alright, at this point I'm going to be keeping an eye on fluids, checking for leaks anywhere, and just letting it get warmed up. In a little bit I'll check and make sure the transmission's working and all the gears, the clutch is functional, things like that. So I'm going to fast forward off and on here through the next few minutes. Here I'm opening up some windows because as she first got rolling here, she was a little smoky. So just clearing the air out in the shop a little bit. here throwing a voltmeter onto the car, actually a power probe, to see if the amp or the alternator's charging or not. And that was working quite well, so that part was fine. Took out an infrared gun to check the coolant temp here. I always like to verify what's going on there against the gauge that's in the car. I'm just going to go ahead and bring you in here, take a walk around the car, listen to it here, listen to the exhaust. Here, guys, grabbing the infrared gun again, checking the temperature on each of the ports on the exhaust manifold, just making sure each cylinder is running pretty evenly. Alright, and here we're getting ready for our first drive, getting ready to back it out into the front of the shop there. So first time in about 10 or 12 years being on the road.
Yeah, and then I gotta go do that big truck then. Guarantee it won't. Too bad.
Guys, pretty much turning it over to the guys to get it all detailed. You can see how the shine level's changing and things, so I'm going to be fast forwarding this and putting some music to it.